Hello students, this is Chandrasekhar, Social Science teacher, BGS Public School, Shitlagatta. Today we have to start another one important and fresh chapter, our Constitution, class 9th, part of Political Science, chapter 1. Okay dear students, we know about that Constitution. You people already learned in 6th standard and 7th standard. 6th standard and 7th standard. What is the meaning of Constitution? Constitution is a set of rules and regulations that guiding the administrative system of the country. So, Constitution playing very important role in the purpose of administration, etc., etc., etc. So, in this chapter, we can learn some of the important following aspects. What we have to learn in this lesson mainly, Constituent Assembly of Constitution. Constituent Assembly of Constitution. See, this is Constituent Assembly. It is one of the part of our Indian Constitution. Constituent Assembly, it is one of the part of our Indian Constitution. Here, choosing representatives. We can choosing some of the important representatives to our Indian Constitution. So that is the Constituent Assembly we have to learn, and the Constitution Drafting Committee. Got it? A group of people, drafting committee, it consists of a group of people, and framing of constitution, formulation of outline of our Indian Constitution. So these also we have to learn. The Constitution Drafting Committee and framing of Constitution. Then the preamble to the Constitution, an introduction. Preamble is nothing but an introduction. What introduction consists of our Indian Constitution that we consider for the preamble. So the preamble to the Constitution. Then the salient features of our Indian Constitution, the quality features. Got it? The quality features. It means the important characteristics of our Indian Constitution. Then the fundamental rights. So that these are the important basic rights of the each and every one person of our Indian country. So that we should consider the fundamental rights and fundamental duties. Duties are our responsibilities towards nation. We have to implement in our life some of the important responsibilities. So that are duties. Then directive principles of state policy. So these are the guidelines to development of the state and to development of the country. So above following aspects we have to learn from the lesson our Constitution. So what we have to learn in this chapter, Constituent Assembly of Constitution. Constituent Assembly of Constitution. Look at here. Constituent Assembly of Constitution. Then the Constitution Drafting Committee. So this is the Constitution Drafting Committee and framing of Constitution. So this is the framing of Constitution. The preamble to the Constitution. Preamble to the Constitution. The salient features, it means the quality features of our Indian Constitution. Then fundamental rights, fundamental duties and directive principles. So these are the following aspects we have to learn from the lesson our Constitution. We know about, dear students, mainly India got independence 15th August 1947. India got freedom in the year 15th August 1947. Why I am saying, see, after the independence, India has faced a lot of problems. India has faced a lot of problems. So here mainly creating the refugees who migrated from Pakistan. Here mainly rehabilitating the refugees who migrated from Pakistan. We know about that India got freedom in the year of 1947, 15th August. So that time India divided into two parts. One is Pakistan, another one is India. Most of the refugees, a person who has been forced to leave their country, refugees, ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನು ನಿರಾಶ್ರಿತರು ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. Got it? Most of the people, more than 6 million of people came to our Indian country to providing them rehabilitating. Rehabilitating is very, very important. It means those who are refugees came to our Indian country to providing to them education facility, food facility, residential facility, clothes, etc., etc., etc. So after the independence, rehabilitating the refugees who migrated from Pakistan. That's very, very important. Like say, most of the people from Pakistan to India, migrated. For them, providing health facility, residential facility, food facility, even the cloth facility. So this was the one of the biggest challenge and biggest problem to our Indian country. And merger of the princely states, merger into one, more than 562 princely states are there. 562 princely states are there. Got it? To all the states merging to our Indian country, this become one of the biggest problem to our Indian country. ಆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಸನ್ನು ನಮ್ಮ ಭಾರತ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಮಾಡುವುದು ಒಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆಯಾಗಿತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಭಾರತದ ಸರ್ಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ. ದಟ್ ಮರ್ಜರ್ ಇಂಟು ಒನ್. ಸೊ ಮರ್ಜರ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಬಿಗ್ಗೆಸ್ಟ್ ಚಾಲೆಂಜ್ ಟು ಅವರ್ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಕಂಟ್ರಿ. Then maintenance of law and order. So there is no certain rules and regulations. There is no certain rules and regulations. That is why we have to implement after the independence to implementation of legal document. Legal rules and regulations are very, very essential and very, very important. So maintenance of law and order also one of the biggest challenge to our constitution. So problem of refugees. For this purpose mainly government has been taken some of the important steps to avoid the refugee problem. For that purpose government provided shelter. Government provided shelter near Dandakaranya and different parts of the country. So more than 6 million people came to India. 1 million equal to 10 lakhs. 1 million equal to 10 lakhs. More than, got it? More than say 6 million means 60 lakhs above people came to India. For them providing shelter facility, health facility, education facility, food facility. So that purpose problem of refugees, government provided shelter near Dandakaranya and different parts of the country. Then after merger of the princely states, more than 562 princely states are there. Now in our Indian country only 28 states. The 28 states administration carrying, that is very too difficult for the central government. For the central government. On that time 562 princely states are there. So law and order problem is there. There is no legal procedures. Most of the problems are there. And that time merger of the princely states became one of the biggest problem. But Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel completed this task successfully. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel merged all the princely states of our Indian country. So this credit goes to Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. This was the reason purpose Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel was called as the Iron Man of India. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel was called as the Iron Man of India. Then stable law. Got it? Here mainly no need to change simply rules and regulations, law and order. We need a stable law. ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರುವಂಥ ಒಂದು ಕಾನೂನನ್ನು ಜಾರಿಗೆ ತರಬೇಕು. ಆ ಒಂದು ಕಾನೂನನ್ನು ಪದೇ ಪದೇ ನಾವು ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರಬಾರದು. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಬಲ್ ಲಾ. There arose a need for writing of the constitution. We can implementing certain rules and regulations throughout the Indian country means we need a perfect constitution. So that constitution consists of certain perfect rules and regulations to providing guidance and administrative system to our Indian government. So this was the reason purpose essential for stable law. So there arose a need for writing of the constitution. So arose is nothing but develop. Got it? So on that time develop need for writing of the constitution. Then so like here constitution playing very important role. We know India got freedom 15th August 1947. After India has faced a lot of problems. So refugees who migrated from Pakistan to India, that is one of the important biggest problem. And merger of princely states and maintenance of law and order. Refugees problem purpose government provided some of the important shelter near Dandakaranya and different parts. Then merger of princely states purpose Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel played very important role. Then 562 princely states, all the states there is no certain rules and regulations. Maintenance of law and order become a biggest problem. This was the reason purpose very essential to introduce of our Indian constitution, because constitution consists of certain rules and regulations. Let's see, now we have to learn what is the meaning of constitution. Dear students, meaning of the constitution. See, constitution is a set of rules. Mainly see, it consists of certain rules and regulations. What consists of? Constitution consists of certain rules and regulations. For example, we have to take example any one kind of school, especially in our school only, BGS Public School, Sidlagata. At what time prayer 9:15 is going on. Then commencement of first period 9:30. Then what about second period 10:10. Then what about afternoon lunch break 12:30. What about evening class leaving time 3:50 or 4 o'clock. So that is consist of certain rules and regulations. We have to come in time and we have to go in time to school. So that is rules and regulations. Why that rules and regulations is very essential means guiding the administration of a state. There are certain rules and regulations is there means we can easily do for the administration. There is no proper rules and regulations, highly impossible to do for the administration. That is why rules and regulations are very important. So here, what is the meaning of constitution? What is the meaning of constitution? Constitution is a set of rules and regulations guiding the administration of state. This is called as constitution. Their headline having meaning odd constitution, that is OD not OF, meaning of constitution. Here see Constitution of India. Constitution of India. Then here the Constituent Assembly. Constituent Assembly. I already told this is one of the part of our Indian Constitution. It consists of some of the important elements. Constituent Assembly, it is one of the part of our Indian Constitution. It consists of some of the important elements. This Constituent Assembly ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಅಂಶಗಳನ್ನು ಒಳಗೊಂಡಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಅಂಶಗಳನ್ನು ಒಳಗೊಂಡಿರುತ್ತೆ. So here in this Constituent Assembly, who are playing very important role, and why this Constituent Assembly very necessary, we have to learn. So the recommendations of the Motilal Nehru Committee. The recommendations of the Motilal Nehru Committee. What is the meaning of here? Recommendations is nothing but proposals. ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಸೂಚನೆಗಳು ಶಿಫಾರಸ್ಸು ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. The recommendations of the Motilal Nehru Committee and the decision taken by the meeting of the National Congress at Karachi 1939. So in the year of 1939 only, National Congress held one of the important meeting, and Motilal Nehru Committee also proposed to form of the Constituent Assembly. So need for the formation of the Constituent Assembly. Recommendations of Motilal Nehru Committee and already decision taken by National Congress at Karachi, INC, Indian National Congress at Karachi. Karachi, it is one of the place in Pakistan. In the year of 1939, you know like that, even Pakistan also part of our Indian country before the independence. But after the independence, India divided into two parts, like you people no need to do for the confusion. So in 1939, emphasized the need for the formation of a constituent assembly. Got it? Emphasized means give importance to formation of the constituent assembly. Here one session is very very important, and Motilal Nehru committee also recommended to form of the constituent assembly. See here Motilal Nehru, the picture of Motilal Nehru. Then Commission of 1946, Cabinet Commission of 1946 here. This committee after the 1939, one of the important committee played very very important role. Cabinet Commission of 1946, who playing very very important role in this Cabinet Commission means Lord Warwell, Viceroy, with members of the Cabinet Mission. So A.V. Alexander, Patrick Lawrence and Lord Wallel. Most of the important persons, and Sir Stafford Cripps. Most of the persons are playing very very important roles. So this Cabinet Commission. Got it? Lord Pethick Lawrence, Secretary of Indian Affairs, Indian Secretary of Parliament, Indian Secretary of the Parliament, and Sir Stafford Cripps. So President of Commerce Association. He was the President of the Board of Trade. So he playing very very important role, import and export purpose. Sir Stafford Cripps, President of the Board of ಟ್ರೇಡ್, ವ್ಯಾಪಾರವನ್ನು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ದೇಶಗಳ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಇಂಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಇವರು ಸಹ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಯೆಂಟ್ ಅಸೆಂಬ್ಲಿ ಫ್ರೇಮ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ವೆರಿ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ರೋಲನ್ನು ಪ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ A.V. Alexander, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಲಾರ್ಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದ Admiralty. Mainly you should be keep in your mind, Cabinet Commission in the year of 1946 consists of three important persons: Lord Pethick Lawrence, Sir Stafford Cripps and A.V. Alexander. These three persons are playing very very important role. Then after here, as per the recommendations of the Cabinet Commission, I already told no, this Cabinet Commission consists of three members. So this Cabinet Committee recommendations to form of the Constituent Assembly with the Indian members was formed in 1946. Here look at that, India's first Constituent Assembly. Most of the people joined together. So the assembly had 389 members. The first Constituent Assembly when formed in the year of 1946. That time our Indian Constituent Assembly consists of 389 members. With the partition of India, so we know partition is nothing but separate or divide. In the year of 1947, 15th of August, India got independence. So on that time only, before the independence, Muhammad Ali Jinnah, he led the separate nation concept. All the Muslims joined together and they demanded for separate nation, so that Pakistan. So before the independence, the 389 members are there, Constituent Assembly. But after the independence, that's going to decrease only for 299 members. Because of the reason, with the partition of India, the total number came to down 299. And there were 7 members from Mysore princely state. So belongs to Karnataka. 7 members. ಆ ಒಂದು 299, means 299 members are there no throughout the nation. Among to that 299, 7 members belongs to our Mysore princely state. It means our Karnataka state. Before Karnataka, Vishala Mysuru in the name of, got it? There were 7 members from Mysuru princely states. They have a Constituent Assembly. So here the first meeting of the new Constituent Assembly. The first meeting of the new Constituent Assembly held 9th December 1946. So this is a one mark question. When was held the first meeting of the new Constituent Assembly? Means 9th December 1946. And that time not permanent chairman available for the temporary chairman. Got it? Sachidananda Sinha. ಅಂದರೆ ಆ ಒಂದು ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಯೆಂಟ್ ಅಸೆಂಬ್ಲಿಯ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷತೆಯನ್ನು ಯಾರು ವಹಿಸಿಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದರು ಅಂತ. ಆ ಒಂದು ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಯೆಂಟ್ ಅಸೆಂಬ್ಲಿಯ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷತೆಯನ್ನು ಯಾರು ವಹಿಸಿಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದರು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಸಚ್ಚಿದಾನಂದ ಸಿನ್ಹಾ. ಸೊ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ದಿಸ್ possible to rise for the questions. The first meeting of the Constituent Assembly, 9th December 1946. Who was the temporary chairman of that? Sachidananda Sinha. This is about for the first Constituent Assembly meeting. Then held up second Constituent Assembly meeting. The next meeting after 2 days. After 2 days. That we should consider 11th December 1946. That we should consider 11th December 1946 under the chairmanship of Dr. Rajendra Prasad. So we also called as Dr. Babu Rajendra Prasad. After the independence, he be a first president of our Indian country. So the next meeting, the second Constituent Assembly was held 11th December 1946 under the chairmanship of Dr. Babu Rajendra Prasad. So first Constituent Assembly 9th December 1946. Chairman, temporary chairman Sachidananda Sinha. Second Constituent Assembly 11th December 1946. Chairman Dr. Babu Rajendra Prasad. Then here mainly the meeting of the new Constituent Assembly December 9th 1946, and I already told Sachidananda Sinha, temporary chairman. It means president, temporary president or temporary chairman. Who like means Sachidananda Sinha. Then the second meeting, the next meeting now, December 11, 1946. President Dr. Babu Rajendra Prasad or Dr. Rajendra Prasad. See like, and Vice President T.T. Krishnamachari. President, main President Dr. Babu Rajendra Prasad, and that time Vice President. So under the President control. Got it? Vice President T.T. Krishnamachari. T.T. Krishnamachari. Then this Constituent Assembly consists of some of the important members. This Constituent Assembly consists of some of the important members like Jawaharlal Nehru, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad, C. Rajagopalachari, K.M. Munshi, T.T. Krishnamachari, Srimati Sarojini Naidu, Srimati Sucheta Krupalani, S. Nijalingappa, K.C. Reddy, Kengal Hanumantayya, Tekuru Subramaniam. So these all the members, available in the Constituent Assembly. The Constituent Assembly, the main members, remaining so many members are there. But here the President, it means the Chairman Rajendra Prasad, Vice President T.T. Krishnamachari. Apart from these two very important members, remaining we should consider some of the important members like Jawaharlal Nehru, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad, C. Rajagopalachari, K.M. Munshi, T.T. Krishnamachari, Srimati Sarojini Naidu, Srimati Sucheta Krupalani, S. Nijalingappa, K.C. Reddy, Kengal Hanumantayya, and Tekuru Subramaniam. They were all the members of the Constituent Assembly. Look at that picture. See here, T.T. Krishnamachari, Jawaharlal Nehru, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, Srimati Sucheta Krupalani, the first woman chief minister of our Indian country. ಭಾರತದಲ್ಲಿ ಮೊಟ್ಟ ಮೊದಲ ಮಹಿಳೆ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ ಯಾರು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದಾಗ ಸುಚೇತಾ ಕೃಪಾಲನಿ. ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ಸರೋಜಿನಿ ನಾಯ್ಡು, ಗವರ್ನರ್, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಗವರ್ನರ್. ದೆನ್ ಕೆಂಗಲ್ ಹನುಮಂತಯ್ಯ, C. Rajagopalachari, Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad, K.M. Munshi, K.C. Reddy. So, very important members of our Constituent Assembly. T.T. Krishnamachari, Jawaharlal Nehru, Sardar Vallabhai Patel, Srimati Sucheta Krupalani, Srimati Sarojini Naidu, Kingal Hanumantaya, C. Rajagopalachari, Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad, K.M. Munshi and K.C. Reddy. Like our Constituent Assembly playing very important role. So dear students, this is in detail information about for the Constituent Assembly. So in this Constituent Assembly, who is the President of Constituent Assembly? Dr. Babu Rajendra Prasad. Who is the Vice President? T.T. Krishnamachari. These two questions you should be keep in our mind, and some of the members consist of that Constituent Assembly you should be keep in your mind. Then after the Constituent Assembly, another one, drafting committee. Drafting committee. So drafting committee is nothing but a group of people sit together to frame constitution. Drafting committee means a group of people sit together. Got it? Which purpose? To frame of the constitution. Drafting. Got it? Outline ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದು ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂವಿಧಾನವನ್ನು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಜಾರಿಗೆ ತರಬೇಕು, ಯಾವ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾರಿಗೆ ತರಬೇಕು, ಅದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಕಮಿಟಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ವಿ ಶುಡ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಡ್ರಾಫ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಕಮಿಟಿ. Here the Constituent Assembly formed 22 committees and 5 subcommittees. Like that, Constituent Assembly formed 22 committees, main 22 committees and 5 subcommittees. Under that 22, 5 subcommittees are there. Examine in detail all the issues related to the country. What is the meaning of here? Examine means investigate. Because of the reason, after the independence, India had facing a lot of problems. So we have to find out at what type of problems available throughout the Indian country, and we have to provide certain solutions to such a problem. So this was the reason purpose the Constituent Assembly formed 22 committees, because on the time throughout the Indian country 562 princely states are there. 562 princely states are there. That is why Constituent Assembly formed 22 committees and 5 subcommittees. Why means to investigation, to find out the problems of our Indian country, and in the same way to provide solutions to such a problems. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was the chairman of this drafting committee. So here the Constituent Assembly President, means Dr. Babu Rajendra Prasad, Vice President T.T. Krishnamachari. Got it? And drafting committee chairman, who is the drafting committee chairman means Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. That is why he was the main role played by for framing of the constitution. That is why Ambedkar is called as the architecture of our Indian constitution. Because of the reason, the drafting committee, he playing very important role. So based on his contribution to the framing of the constitution, he is called as the chief architect of our Indian constitution, because he played very important role. Nowadays, is their constitution means the credit goes to Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Nowadays, is their constitution consists of certain rules and regulations, that all credit goes to Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. That is why Ambedkar is called as chief architect of our Indian constitution. What is the meaning of chief architect? Means main designer. ಸಂವಿಧಾನವನ್ನು ಹೆಂಗೆ ನಿರೂಪಣೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಎಂಥ ಒಂದು ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ಸನ್ನು ಇಡಬೇಕು, ಎಲ್ಲವೂ ಸಹ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಯಾರಿಗೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ B.R. Ambedkar. So this was the reason purpose Dr. B.R. Ambedkar is called as the chief architect of Indian constitution. Look at the picture of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. So like drafting committee playing very important role. Then in this drafting committee, the chairman I already told, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar also called as Chief Architect of Indian Constitution. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar called as Chief Architect of Indian Constitution. In this drafting committee consists of some of the important members: N. Gopalaswamy Iyengar, Alladi Krishnaswamy Iyer, K.M. Munshi, T.T. Krishnamachari. So some of the important members like drafting committee members: N. Gopalaswamy Iyengar, Alladi Krishnaswamy Iyer, K.M. Munshi, T.T. Krishnamachari. Look at the picture. Consists of see Ambedkar with members of the drafting committee of the Constituent Assembly. Among them, see, seated from the left side, N. Madhavarao, next Syed Muhammad Sadullah, Alladi Krishnaswamy Iyer, and the Constitutional Advisor Bengal, Narsingh Rao. You should be keeping in mind, these are all the members playing very, very important role in the drafting of our Indian Constitution. Got it? And the framing of the Constitution. So here the framing of the Constitution, mainly 145 days framing of the Constitution purpose. The time has been taken, discussions has been going on 145 days. It means mainly should be keep in our mind, discussions going on 145 days. Then after 2 years, 11 months and 18 days. 2 years, 11 months, 18 days. Discussions 145 days. Then mainly it will be take the time 145 days ಆದಮೇಲೆ got it, ಅಪ್ರೂವ್ ಆಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ 2 years, 11 months, 18 days ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. Then finally Indian Constitution approved. Indian Constitution approved November 26, 1949. November 26, 1949. Then implementation of our Indian Constitution January 26, 1950. January 26, 1950. So mainly you should be keeping in your mind how many days discussions going on to implementation of the Constitution. 145 days. Then approval purpose 2 year, 11 months, 18 days. Then when Indian Constitution approved November 26, 1949. When Indian Constitution being came into existence 26th January 1950. So here the demand for Purna Swaraj. Got it? So 26th January 1930, on that time, complete freedom purpose, they implemented one of the important slogan, complete freedom. It means total freedom or Purna Swaraj. This was held Lahore 26th January 1930. That is why 26th January is very, very important. So on that day only, next 26th January 1950, implementation of the Constitution. So this credit goes to Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. And framing of the Constitution here should be keep in our mind. So during these discussions, 145 days when they going on for the discussions, and that time, so 1909 and 1919 and 1935. So these all the very, very important laws or rules and regulations belong to the British Parliament. ಆ ಒಂದು ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷ್ ಸಂವಿಧಾನದಿಂದಲೂ ಸಹ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ಸನ್ನು ನಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಸಂವಿಧಾನದಲ್ಲೇ ಅಡಾಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ 1909 law, 1919 law and 1935 law. So this all belongs to the British parliamentary system. Then American Bill of Rights. Got it? American Bill of Rights means related, American rights related to Constitution. American rights related to Constitution. So that is also America ಸಂವಿಧಾನದಿಂದ the American Bill of Rights ಅನ್ನು ತಗೊಂತಾರೆ. So this American Constitution consists of certain rules and regulations. Then the social directive policies related of Ireland. Directive policies, it means each and every one country to development means need some of the important facilities. ಸೊ ಐರ್ಲೆಂಡ್ ಸಂವಿಧಾನದಿಂದ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ಸನ್ನು ತಗೊತಾರೆ. ಗುಡ್, ಇವೆಲ್ಲವನ್ನು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಸಂವಿಧಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸಮ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ದೋಸ್ ವರ್ ಇನ್ಕಾರ್ಪೊರೇಟೆಡ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಟೇಕಿನ್. ಗುಡ್, framing of the constitution purpose. So our most of the drafting committee persons referred 1909 law, 1919 law and 1935 law. So these three belongs to the British Parliament. Then they implemented American Bill of Rights. American rights related to the Constitution. ಅಮೇರಿಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯ ಒಂದು ರೈಟ್ಸನ್ನು ಜನರಿಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ರೈಟ್ಸನ್ನು ಭಾರತದಲ್ಲೂ ತರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ದೆನ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಪಾಲಿಸೀಸ್. got it means one state become a developed state means that state needs some of the important facilities. ಆ ಒಂದು ಫೆಸಿಲಿಟೀಸನ್ನು ಐರ್ಲೆಂಡ್ ಸಂವಿಧಾನದಿಂದ ತಗೊತಾರೆ. ಇವೆಲ್ಲವನ್ನೂ ಸಹ ನಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಸಂವಿಧಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತಾರೆ. got it? So that is the framing of the constitution. Then preamble to the constitution. Okay dear students, in the session 2 we have to study about preamble to the constitution. So this is Chandrasekhar, social science teacher, BGU Public School, Shidlaghatta. Thanks for watching the video. Have a nice day.